one place on the internet where all we talk about is how to get happy right here, right now in your personal life, how to take that next step so that you are just doing the dang thing already, and then how to build a plan so that you enjoy to get there. Because what's the point of going on vacation if the 3 months beforehand you're miserable? So hi, my name is Kelly Lunt. I'm an intuitive channel, medium, and law of attraction expert, and I love to come live Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time with free mini reads. I always start the show with a general channeled message from Spirit, so that way those of you who can't join live, you can always come back and hear a personal message in the very beginning of the show. And those of you who are able to join live, I then like to dive into free mini reads for 30 minutes. After the 30-minute mark, that's when I do request a super chat, PayPal donation, Venmo, in the amount of $20 if you want to guarantee a mini read done that day. So if you're coming live, say hello. If you're watching the replay, just comment replay. Let me know you were watching. It's way more fun for me the more engaged you are. And we will just give it a quick minute, and I will grab my tarot cards. Good morning, men. How are you? Did you get a hangout planned with Jay? Well, let's go ahead and just get started. I'm going to go ahead and get the general message going. Becoming and being you. Many of you are already on that path, but you're staying stuck in the, but who am I? I need to figure out who I am. And you're thinking it's well, I got to try this. I got to try that. Maybe I like this. Maybe I got to try it. Who you are is what you like doing. And many of you already know what you like doing it. You're just not doing it. And we'll call Kelly out on this. She got an inspired idea to do shuffle dancing. And the 3 times she's done it in the last year, she has always giggled afterwards. That's who you are, guys. That delight, that giggle, that excitement, that exuberance. And so many of you know what it is, just like Kelly does, and you're not doing it. You get the idea that lights you up and you go, oh, but I don't know if I figured myself out yet. Maybe I need to go try this. Maybe I need to go try that. Maybe I need to go try that. Well, I didn't like any of those, so I guess I really don't know who I am now. And you're even less inclined to do the one thing that will bring you joy. So we hope you guys wake up from this message and just start reminding yourself, I did like that. That did make me laugh. Let me do it again. That did feel good. You're avoiding doing the thing that you like doing. That's what's holding most of you back right now. And with that, we do open this to the mini read section. Hey, Concha, what's up? I am 2 days from summer. We got Concha in the house. Who else is live? That was a good morning message. Oh, you want me to be your daddy, hey? Zero desire to be someone's daddy. So how is everyone? Did you guys like the general message from Spirit? Do you want help applying that to your situation? If you guys missed it, it was essentially everyone's getting lost in, but who am I? Who am I? I need to figure myself out. And you're just not actually doing the thing that you like doing. So we could talk about that more. We could help you tell me what is it that you like doing, and I'll help figure out why you're not doing it. Or just comment with your question and we'll get into the free mini read portion of the show. Hi, Zinth. How are you? We got Mr. Singh in the house. How are you? Well, thank you for that compliment. You're good, Zinth? Thanks for showing. You are new. Yeah, Mr. Timmy, this is not the show for you. There's this whole other platform called OnlyFans. That's your platform, sir. Go find someone there. See, that's the general message. The general message was Spirit was saying everyone is getting this and lost in this, but who am I? I don't know who I am. And you're like doing things you don't like or going to the wrong platform. When if you know what you like, you know what you want. You want someone to be your little daddy mommy. Go to OnlyFans. Go to where you like being. I wonder what inspired them to say that. Ooh, Concha. Okay, since you're the only one who's using this show right now for its intended purpose, let's pull a spread to help her figure out. I wonder what inspired them to. Are you talking about like what made Spirit say that as the general message? Or are you talking about all these little trollers we got in the chat right now? I don't plan to go out with Jay. I don't like who I am around him. Interesting, man. Okay, Min, I want to come to you after that. I go online at 11 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Thursday, Mr. Singh. And I don't know if I want to tell people where I live, Zinth. I kind of live in 3 states right now, so I am a multi-state person right now. All right, so Concha's question was, I really understand that I'm putting off what I want. Okay. All right, well, Concha, you're afraid of getting happy and being so happy that you won't need a man. I mean, in short, man, that's what these 3 cards are saying. There's a little part of you that, likes the basking, likes the, I just get high vibe, and that's that like juicy feminine energy that men need. But like in reality, I'm gonna cover some of it up because it's not PG-13. You're actually kind of exhausted and tired of just being like the high vibe queen for the guys. And like what you want to be is her. Well, I'm just going to go show her. Is her. So right now you're being her. I'm just basking. I'm just being beautiful. I got to keep this juicy, good feminine energy up. But in reality, what you want to be is, I am inspired. I am passionate. I do go towards things I like. So it's the fear of, but if I get everything in order, all the money, all the happiness, there won't be room for a guy to come in and help me. I'm busy parent, is going to drop her off. I want to get a yoga membership and meet new people. Okay. That just surprises me, Concha. Like, it's almost as if you're trying to fill your time with like doing, because like what I'm getting from your energy and these cards is that what you really want is like bask and settle in home and like get to know your roommates. And like you could either you could either keep being this girl. Okay, had a great conversation chat with my roommate. Now I'm going to go to a new yoga studio and meet new people. Okay, I did the thing and now I'm back home eating dinner. Or You could be, oh man, my roommate was like really cool. She said she was having a busy day today. I'm going to surprise her by making dinner for her so she comes home to dinner. Obviously, you want to communicate that because, you know, she might order takeout or something on the way home. Um, and yeah, you're literally right now, there's just a fear of, I do feel afraid of being such a complete whole package and so damn happy that the universe won't give me what I want. And that just comes from, you know, when you're a kid, a lot of times with your parents, you have to go, how bad do you actually want it? So you really have to demonstrate how bad you want something. You got to either be in like a little bit of pain for them to see, okay, let me get you the new shoes. Or you got to be, no, I really, really want it. Look how bad I want it. But now it's just becoming a vibrational match for it now that you're older, you know? I'm putting energy into breaking up with. Did you guys get back together? And trying to soften that ending, but what's happening is we hang out, I get upset, and yesterday was the last of that. Um, I feel you, Concha. You just got to ask yourself, like, you know where that path takes you. You know where it takes you. Do you want to keep going down that path, or do you want to explore a new path? We didn't get back together, but he pushes my boundaries on emotional games. Okay, so this is now, well, Contra, I almost feel like we should talk about this more on our live mastermind call. Um, you feel that with J, Min? Hold on. J and K. You know what? Let me get a different deck out, because you went out with K, right, Min? Is that, I want to make sure I remember it correctly. All right, I got my second deck. Let me see if I got my third deck here. Oh man, I don't have the second deck. All right, I'll just use this one. I just need to let it go completely. Maybe. I'm going to bounce back and forth between the two of you. I feel that with Jay. Man, something just feels off about that. So, man, I don't know what to say about this. I just need to let it go completely and stop wishing we could have a soft ending. Just drop it and be strong. Yeah, you're 100% not going to get a soft ending. You're not going to get a, oh, Concha, that time with you was so beautiful. Thank you for spending that time with me. You're right. We are better off as friends. Let's figure out how we can consciously co-create our new reality. You're not going to get that with him, Concha. Like, you got the soft ending. Like, you already got the ending. Now you just need to start the new. That means you can meet him for lunch, and that means phone calls, because you're not together in a relationship, you know? So you gotta, like, you're not going over to anyone's house privately. He can maybe come over to your house when you have other roommates home and you just hang out in the common areas, you know? Yeah, you're not gonna get that. He can't even, like, he doesn't have the emotional depth for a level like 3 or 4, and you're asking for a level 10. But okay, so Min, what I'm getting is that K is like definitely a little bit more fun, a little bit more like kind of in the moment. And he knows how to spruce and spark up the energy. And it is kind of like, oh yeah, this food is so good, right? So I could see why you think it's like yeah, we're just vibing, having a good time, hanging out. And I think with Jay, I, oh, I don't know how to say this, man. Um, men. So there's yeses and there's nos, right? There's yeses and there's nos. And there's also discomfort. Discomfort doesn't mean a no. Okay? Because anytime you grow to a next level, there's discomfort, right? And so that guy who's like hot and cold comes in really strong, then disappears for a week, and then when you reach out and be like, hey, what's up? He comes back on all hot, but he acts like nothing happened, you know? That's a no. That's a someone who's emotionally unavailable. That's someone who doesn't have the capacity to have, be, and develop a relationship, right? But then there's if you've had a pattern of being single for a very long time, if someone says, hey, I'd like to see you again tomorrow, and you feel discomfort, that's because you're growing out of a pattern. That's Jay, though, with the hot and cold. That, okay, hold on, Spirit. Let me, what the fudge? All right, hold on, Spirit. With J, we see your evolution to your next level. With K, we see the same old, same old. We don't know what else there is to say about that, Min, but we'll take your comments and your feedback. This is interesting, Min. I just need to hear you say that you feel me. It feels like you're released to just hear you say it. Yeah, I feel you, Concha, completely. Feel you completely. Jay doesn't communicate what he wants clearly. Man, we gotta get on a phone call to like break this down. This is actually flat out confusing me. What about Jay, Spirit? What about Jay? Because he doesn't know what he actually wants with you yet. You keep going hot and cold, and he doesn't know how to respond to it or react to it. Does he back off because you don't want it? Does he go forward and carry it forward? Minute to you, who's hot and cold? How well do you know Jay too? Because they were starting to say that, like, you guys haven't been up close and personal for like a long period of time. Or am I just not hearing what he's trying to get across? Well, I'll read your response based on what Spirit just said. No, we have not been close. Okay, well, that's what they were saying. He doesn't know what he wants with you yet. And they were saying because it's not like you guys have been that up close and personal for very long. And they were saying that your energy is hot and cold. Who's all here? Can you do a quick hi? Because I'm seeing a big O 0 viewers. So do I just go forward and see what happens? Yes. Let me... Yes, you can play in both people's energies if you want for a while. From our perspective, Jay is the one that's going to require you to grow to your next evolution, where you're more accountable and more responsible to an everyday friend. Because right now you have energy of if they have a big meeting or something and they need to call to de-stress, you'll have the, oh, well, I needed a spa day. I needed to relax in my massager all day. That's not someone who's reliable. Oops. So Jay doesn't know, oh, was she having a really rough day and this is when I need to be compassionate for her? Or is this her just someone who's emotionally unavailable? Part of being in a relationship is being accountable, is being the, I said I would be there at 9. I know you had that big thing, even though I was really tired, I'm still here for you. Or hey, I know you've got that big thing tomorrow. I just have to tell you, I am beyond tapped out. I'm not going to be able to call you afterwards. Do you see how you can still prioritize yourself and be in a relationship? It's just that being willing to be reliable and accountable, that's the missing piece for you, Min, and Jay will require that growth out of you. You feel that discomfort and you're going, discomfort must be a no. Whereas Kay has the more, yeah, let's just frolic, let's just go out, let's just have fun, let's just vibe, let's just be in the moment. We think you'll find that that's not someone who's ready to commit to a relationship, though. And they're starting to ask, do you see the difference? Oh boy. Adventures of doing a live show in a car. Let's see if this side... Wow, that is just not gonna work. I don't think I can do it sideways. Nope. Maybe I could hang it from here. Nope, that's too thick. Well, maybe. Wow, this is actually kind of getting ridiculous. I am so glad I started looking into co-working spaces yesterday. And I'm going to start touring them soon. This is absolutely ridiculous. Alright, we'll just try this weird angle. Okay, so Min, did you have any comments on that? And like Concha. One thing I will say, Concha, is that most of the time, or let me focus on Min. I want to say I do, but I really don't. So you like intuitively know that when you're around Jay, it's going to require you to be reliable and accountable to a partner. That's going to be that's change and growth for you, because right now you've just been used to, you go to school, you work, and then you come home and you enjoy your beautiful queendom you've got there. And so if something causes you a little bit of displeasure, you're like, no, you're disturbing my peace, I'm out. And, if it's an F-boy, it's like a, bro, okay, no. You know what I mean? Like, if he's an F-boy, right, but let me give you an example. One of my family members was definitely very heated in the moment, and he was taking it out on me. I knew that there was a miscommunication. I knew that I was a little bit later than I thought I would be. And I also know that person's going through extreme grief. So he was at a level 10 emotions, and it was even, I need a break from you, you need to leave. Sometimes being in a relationship is willing to sit there in the discomfort with them. And so I put my backpack on, I put everything on so that I could be ready to leave, but I went ahead and just like kind of helped clean the garage a little bit more. And then I was like, okay, some time has passed. Let me go inside. I'll check in. If it is still they want me to leave, like I'll leave. If they just needed a little bit of time to calm down, you know? And sure enough, he did calm down and he started asking questions. And then I told him, I was like, look, like, you know, and then we had a conversation. And then he's like, whoa, he's like, Kelly, I came down on you really, really hard. I'm so, so sorry. Like, I came down on you hard. He kind of realized he was misplacing some anger about someone else on me. And I did point out, like, I kept telling you I wasn't going to be there in the morning. I don't understand why you're mad that I wasn't there in the morning. Like, I said this 3 times. And he said, he's like, well, I need people who are assertive and say, I won't be there until 2. It's inflexible. I was like, okay, and what I need you to understand that I say no's in a softer, kinder way. I'm not going to be there for breakfast. I'm not going to be there in the morning. That's how I say it. Right? But do you hear how I had someone telling me to leave, to get out? And I was willing to recognize that in terms of like an emotion from 0 to 10, he was at a level 10. He was in his red zone. I wasn't in my red zone. So I was willing to sit there, be calm, I didn't need to defend myself. I didn't need to say, you have no reason to be mad. I told you I wasn't going to be here in the morning. It was just, I just feel like you don't love me. You're not trying to participate. It feels like you're just trying to get out of work. Are you just entitled to all this good stuff I give you? I sat there and I listened to all of that. And it was, I can understand why you feel that way. I can understand why you feel that way. It's understandable you feel that way. And then when he calmed down, it was guess what, buddy? I told you I wasn't going to be there in the morning. I'm sorry. Like, and it was like, well, what were you doing this morning that was more important than what I had going on? And it was I'm not going to apologize for the morning routine that I have to do. And I had an appointment that I had to take care of that I don't want to talk about. I keep having a hard time figuring out what I want from that relationship and communicating it. Right. But sometimes you're not going to know what you want until you like hang out with them and go out on dates with them for a while. You know, you don't have to know from date 1, from date 2, from date 3. A lot of the like healthy dating coaches, they always encourage hanging out for 3 months, no kissing, nothing sexual, and once a week. And they're like, and after that, they're like, then you'll have a clearer idea of what you want. I feel like I'm a people pleaser mode around him, and when I want emotional support, I find that what he says is not what I needed to hear. But that doesn't mean, God, we really got to get on a phone call, man, because I need to like hear the back and forth. And Concha, I want to move on to, I want to go back to help you with Nico too, right after this, before the 30-minute mark. That's how relationships are built, though. You know, thank you so, like, whatever they say, like, that's a really good idea. Thank you for that suggestion. And thank you for trying to help me solve my problem. Because, man, someone who's trying to help you solve your problem, that is someone who cares. Okay. So it's what a great suggestion. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and keep that in my mind and let myself kind of like percolate on that. I think what I was needing a little bit more is this. You know, like, oh, thank you so much for giving me the solution to my problem. Right now, can you please just listen to me? I just need to listen. And then I just need a big hug afterwards and cuddle me. Right? Because that's how they get to know you. You know, there was one date I went on with a guy. He bought my coffee. And I was like, oh, I actually don't want coffee. Can I get a chai latte? He's like, what? What is that? I was like, chai latte. He's like, will you walk up with me and tell them what you want? I walked up and I just said, hey, can I get a chai latte, please? Small. And he's like, so I just have to walk up somewhere and say chai latte? Do you see how that was him trying to get to know me and get to know my drink? Like, you got to help someone get to know you. You know, and like, I don't always say what someone needs to hear. Sometimes not even with my client calls when I'm attuned to them to help them. And they'll tell me, Kelly, great, thank you. What I really want you to focus on and help me solve is this problem. Yeah, your story is helpful. I just have to drop this need and want to have a soft letting go because it turns into emotional inflation circles and he doesn't see it. Okay, well, that's because he wants to keep you. And what is he getting? He's keeping you right now. So, Concha, a lot of times what I find when people need closure, it's because they self-abandon somewhere in the process. So they need the other person to see the pain and the hurt they caused. But they didn't cause it. You self-abandoned. And he doesn't see it, and I get swept into it. Right, you get swept into it because you originally self-abandoned. And this is, you want the closure. You want him to go, oh my God, I see how the way I communicated made you people please and not do what you needed. I'm so sorry. I'm going to be a better person. Now you're whole and complete again. Instead, it's got to be a, whoa, I self-abandoned. When I'm around that person, I self-abandon. See, men, that's a no. Someone who you self-abandon around, someone who, that's a no. But someone you just feel discomfort from, you know? Like, I recently met a guy, and I'm already feeling a little bit of discomfort because he's extremely emotionally available. I'm going to be like, oh, crap. I'm going to have to, like, show up every day for this person, you know? I can put effort into letting him get to know me. Yes, yes, and you have to. You have to, right? Thank you so much for, bringing me a chai latte. That means the world to me. I got to share with you the day I met you, I was in a little bit of a little spicy mood. My normal drink that I really love is a matcha latte, right? You got to say that at some point. Kelly, that's amazing. It's going to feel so good. I'm happy for you. I hope so. I sent an awkward ass text last night and he hasn't responded. So maybe I already buzzkilled it. But I was like, but that's the feeling I got, man. It was like, oh my God, this man's emotionally available. He responds promptly. And I'm like, and he's clearly interested. And I was like, oh crap, am I ready to show up every day? Like, wait, can you say that again about the self-abandonment? Most of the time when people self-abandon, that's when they want closure. You're not going to get closure from the person who you self-abandon around. It's got to be you go, oh, I self-abandoned. I self-abandoned. He's not a person. Well, I think with you, Concha, because you've been with this person for a long time, you already know that it is a person, that it does require self-abandonment. And you already know that you're looking for more emotional depth, closeness, as well as similar interests and companionship. Because if you get around someone and they do require you to self-abandon, and it's like you're new, be like, whoa, I want to show you support. I want to be there for you. I can't do what you need me to do, though, because that means I'll have to miss my 11 a.m. show. And that's a non-negotiable for me. But I want to show you support. How else can I support you? Right? And then does the person go, no, if you really loved me, you would skip your show one day? Ooh, if someone goes, oh, okay, good to know so that shows a non-negotiable for you. Like, oh man, it sucks. I'm not going to get your support. Your support's always so good. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna feel disappointed and I'll have to like hug you later. I hope it goes well for me. One wants you to self-abandon because they feel loved when you're suffering. They're like sadistic. Some of them don't even realize they're sadistic. And the other person is like I hope that made enough sense, guys. That's true. It feels like filling that area back in. Yeah, and they're not going to fill it back in. They're not, like, you self-abandoned. You fill it back in by calling that little piece of you that's running out to, like, you need to hear me. You need to see that I can't be with you because you're harmful. No, they're not going to see that. They're just trying to get their need met. And, like, they're like, gosh, like, Concha, I'm just trying to take you out, trying to get high vibe, high vibe, high vibe. Like, what's so wrong with that? let them go find someone else who's either still healing that trauma and they're going to bang it out again and they're going to stay in the old pattern, or someone who's like, oh yeah, that's what I want out of a guy who pays and takes me out and doesn't need too much more out of me. So you got to go like, hey, little part of me that's trying to get him to recognize what he needs to change and grow in to be better in relationship. Well, remember, you're not the dog trainer. You just come back and go, I'm whole and complete. What do I like about N? What do I not like about N? How do I like to hang out with N? Well, you know what? Once a week, I like going and getting a coffee drink with him. Right? That's it, That's it. I thought I got so upset last night. I told him don't text, don't call, but I stand by it. He doesn't realize, and that's really hard for me. He's not going to realize it. He's not going to realize it. Right? I'm starting to realize that my family is not going to realize how incredibly hard it is to run a business around them. Right? I normally go somewhere to do my morning show. The freaking driveway was blocked off. And I'm like, I've got 2 minutes to start my show. I'm now in a parking lot doing it. I can get here and be mad. You guys, I told you I'd come out for 2 months if you would let me run my business. So far, you guys have been putting all your emotions on me. You guys need to see that you're the ones making it difficult for me to run my business here. No, from their point of view, hey, I'm really trying. I'm being quiet when you're in that room. And it's like, okay. But yeah, like it literally sounded like you were banging pots together. But thank you for trying. Right? Do I need them to see that they're impossible to run my business around? Or do I need to go, they're doing so much better. They're really trying. I love them. I thank them for that. I know that I need a completely quiet place to do this. I'm going to go look into co-working spaces. And I'm looking into co-working spaces. Yes, you're doing so freaking amazing. Right? And like one good thing too, and then I'm going to go ahead and end the show. Min, are you good, Min? You good? Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Well, what I discovered by being able to do my show in the car is that I have one more room in a different house that I can try. I thought I couldn't do it because without good internet, but this is no internet. This is just my cell phone. So I think I have one more room that I could try to do my morning show in, and I could try to work from there. Wish me luck. We'll see how it goes, because I can't say I want to spend money on a co-working space. But yeah, I hope that all makes sense, Concha. It's about not self-abandoning and getting these people to realize just how loud they are, just how, thank you for offering me your living room, but when people walk by, it distracts me. Like, they're never going to get it. They're never going to understand it. And it's not that there's anything bad or wrong about them. It's that they don't understand creative work. They don't understand spiritual work. And I could sit there and go, so you meditated an hour and then worked, so you don't want to work? And I'm like, you clearly don't get it. I have to meditate to get to a certain vibration, frequency, connection to spirit, high vibe, and that's what attracts the people in. Like, you're used to someone who's working on a spreadsheet, it could get to a pause point, run out, help you, and then run back in. Like, no, and I kind of tried. I was like, listen, when I meditate, I do my thing, I'm in a good state, and then I come out here and I'm, getting frustrations taken out on me, and then my mood goes down. Then I have to meditate again. I have to do affirmations. I'm like, right, they're never going to understand that. Love them for who they are. And then appropriately adjust what you need. So God, all right, I'm going to go look into co-working spaces, guys. All right, I'm going to go try to work from that other room today and see how that goes. And then really start scheduling a lot of tours for co-working spaces. All right, lots of love, guys. Have a good day. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.